Hello, folks. My name is Detroit Miracle, and I'm coming to you for another message discussion. And yeah, it is very late at night and early in the morning. You might say I found my moment again. Well, I want to talk about people in general in society and of different classifications. A lot of it is pretty much what you already know, but in ways in which you interpret it to be. And I'm going to be brief because people have other priorities and preoccupations to get off into. Okay, people are born into certain types of social conditions based on what their families are enduring at any time, or they are born into privileges that their parents are privileged to have. Yeah. For instance, people are born into mountaintop significance in society related to the best set of circumstances and accommodations that they will receive. People are born into normal, even, level playing fields in society due to the fact that their parents are either halfway there in a like in between way where they might not be successful, but they might not be failures either. And finally, people are born into mud low social conditions, which involves a greatest amount of poverty and suffering due to the fact that their parents were cursed before them, so they must endure the same curse. So, with that being said, let me start with the first one, the very first one, which is the lowest on the totem pole. Like, children are born into third world like conditions of hardship. Some of them might even be born while their parents are homeless. So that means that they have a uphill battle to look forward to, meaning they will have to be dependent on their family for a great amount of time to get them out of that unfortunate predicament. And then once they themselves come to age, they will probably be in a similar set of circumstances because things are inherited and passed on. Yeah. If your parents are poor and impoverished, they usually will pass that on to their kids. So, with that being said, let's get to the second one, which is more of an even, normal playing field for society to endure and work through. That means you're in a situation where you might be poor or middle class, but you are not incredibly successful, and you are much closer to being mud poor on that low level involving success and failure. So you must, get up, work hard, go to school, and try to improve your conditions to a much better, or you must simply maintain what you already have inherited from your parents, such as in the case of you are born and they have the family home and it's in the regular neighborhood, which isn't so incredibly great, but it could be far worse than that. And your parents at some time pass that home on to you and they move on. So you are in that condition and circumstance, which might not be entirely bad, but it ain't incredibly good either. So you're working to improve your condition. Now, with that being said, let's get to the third one. Just say you were born into extreme comfort, extreme wealth, and extreme accommodation, which means that you're not going to know any type of struggle financially or any type of hardship that way. Yeah, meaning you were born in a condition either of generational wealth or family wealth, nevertheless, and you are privileged, you are fortunate, and you are beneficial to be amongst that particular situation and status. And it usually is the case that involves the fortunates born on a mountaintop level of significance. I call it the mountaintop because it's like the highest level of success in society in which many strive to be a part of and amongst. But there are others that were fortunate enough to be born into it. And once they're on the hilltop or mountaintop of success, there is no further to go from there. So they can only just look down on others. And with that being the case there, if you are on the third, you got to maintain that level of success. The objective is to not spiral down that mountain and hill and be amongst those others who would seek to get out of their conditions as they may be. If you are at the highest, you are, of course, the standard of excellence in society where your problems will never be monetary, but still you may have problems in other ways as proven. So people, I just wanted to explain that from my interpretation of it. I want to know what you all think about this particular topic of discussion. So please drop those likes, drop those comments, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already.